Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, this is another Grand Theft Auto video. Today we're tackling GTA 4, the official review. I did want to have a little short, a little skit like I did with San Andreas. Timing didn't work out that way. I still want to do it, but not for this video, so that'll happen in the future, along with GTA 5 coming out next. But hope you guys had a great Christmas. Again, this is coming out either the 27th or 28th of December, so right before the end of the year. So if you guys had a good Christmas, tell me in the comments down below what you did, what you got if you want to. I got a lot of cool Lego sets. I got some Blu-rays, which you're going to see the unboxings for. I got a PS5, which is really flipping cool. So we're setting that up now. I'm playing Spider-Man on it. So it's been a pretty good Christmas for me, and make sure to tell me down below what yours was like as well. But we're talking about GTA 4, the freaking game from 2008. And let me tell you, this was the second Grand Theft Auto game I ever played. And we'll get into the first one we do, GTA 5, honestly. But when we get to this game, this game kind of has a really weird reputation because some of it is really good. Like, I think that the darker tone of the story, it works. You know what I mean? Like, look, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, they're... Well, 3 doesn't really have one. It's just whatever. But Vice City, San Andreas are okay stories. But 4 is really where they wanted to kind of take this more seriously, and they wanted to be more edgy, and they wanted to be more cool and more, not necessarily, oh, we're doing neon streets, and oh, we're doing gang warfare. This is a guy from the war, and he's on a revenge mission. He's looking for someone that killed his buddies, and then we meet, of course, Roman kind of breaks up the monotony and the sadness. But the story really is kind of more, depressing and sad in nature. And that's not to say it's not good. It's pretty good. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I did complete it twice. And I really did enjoy GTA 4. It was a bit of a different pace than 5 for sure. But one of the bigger aspects of Grand Theft Auto 4 that kind of separates it from the other GTA titles is, of course, that kind of graphics art style. Because I know I say this all the time, but GTA 4, in my opinion, even on, I'm playing the 360 version on my Series X. So yeah, it's running at a consistent 60 FPS, which is really freaking cool, but it just doesn't look good. And I know, franchise, it's a game from 2008. What are you, stupid? Yeah, well, look, here's the thing about that. I know that the Trilogy Definitive Edition are quote unquote remasters. But I gotta be straight honest, man. Like, GTA San Andreas, the original, it doesn't look better, but I don't know, it just looks more vibrant. Like, GTA 4 looks okay at times, right? The sunset, sunrise, whatever. But, when you look at trees, it looks like water pastel. It looks like a freaking kindergartner, like, sneezed on his towel and then just rubbed it all over my screen and put some Vaseline on it, for good measure, just wiped it on there. And it's not horrible, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, this looks like butt. Like, I know, like, look, Assassin's Creed 1 came out in 2007, and that game looks infinitely superior to GTA 4, which came out in 2008. Infinitely superior, and I don't understand how they did that, because Rockstar should be at the top of their game. And I'm sure for 2008 they were, but it's really weird that other games, that some are open world, some are not, look even better when it's freaking Rockstar. They're, like, supposed to be the best. But nonetheless, the story, it's good. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's serviceable, and it is more, mature, and a little bit slower paced, and a little more dark and all that. There's still some weird, funny moments in there, but the graphics don't help, because, like I said, sometimes it looks pretty good, and then sometimes it just looks really washed out. Like, when you're driving in your car, for some reason, they put the car camera angle, like, slightly ajar to the left or right. It just looks really freaking weird when you're driving. When you're speeding up and, you're going really, really fast with, like, a sports car, there's like a cool effect they wanted to do. It just doesn't hold up. It looks really, really weird and just kind of washed out. So I was talking with one of my friends, and he was like, hey, crank GTA 4's brightness up a little more, and then put the contrast up all the way in the settings. I'm like, all right, I'll do that. And I did that, and that's what you're seeing. Some of this is, I think actually most of this is at nighttime, I think, but I don't remember. But the gameplay does look better. After doing the contrast all the way up, I gotta be honest, it does look better. I mean, really, I'm not even gonna pretend that it looks horrible. I mean, it's not the best looking game of all time, but it does look a little bit more colorful and not as gray and black and white looking and noir looking. So, yeah, that's one of my first negatives. The second negative is it's just weird. I don't know. It's just not as fun to me. Grand Theft Auto isn't as fun to me as other games now. And I don't know if it's just because I'm killing cops and civilians all the time, and that's it. But the free roam is fun for a little bit, right? Because you're running around, you're mashing the A button, so all you hear is because your goddamn A button won't stop making that weird noise. And then the button sticks, it's the whole thing. And then after that, you're driving in a car, which is fun. And then you get to the car controls, which we'll get to. But it always just deviates into shooting some guy or girl on the street and then having a fight with the cops. And it's fun. I don't want to sound like that one guy on Twitter that no one likes to talk about that I really don't know anything about. And I think he was like, oh, shooting at cops is weird. I wouldn't do it. I do it, all right? Like, they're pixels, okay? The cops and pedestrians in video games, especially Grand Theft Auto, they don't have emotion. They're code. They are lines of codex in the Matrix, So it's not like I kill a guy or 50 cops and, I can't sleep or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. But I'd rather kill, like, actually bad people, like gangs, or like when you play Assassin's Creed, you kill the guards or the bad guys or the Templars. In this, you're the bad guy killing the good guys. And I get it, it's fun for a little bit, but to me, it does get a bit old after maybe 30 to an hour. Some games I can play for hours and hours and hours and not get bored, and then I look at the watch and I'm like, oh shit, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But for this game, I played for a little bit, and after I was done getting my gameplay, I was like, all right, I'm done with this. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're very well-made games, especially this one, right? I do like Liberty City. It's a very fun open world to explore. I love that swing set glitch. And, it can look really nice at times, and the story is good. But once you get to that free roam, it does kind of get a little boring after a while. But speaking of the free roam, let's talk about the driving. So the driving in GTA 4, they wanted to take a little bit more of a mature aspect, not only to, like I said, the story and the writing and the world itself and the atmosphere and the physics and all that stuff, but they also wanted to kind of take that approach to, of course, the driving. Now, I don't know about you guys, okay? I do drive. I don't drive a whole lot, but when I do drive, my car is not plastered on butter, okay? Maybe I can do that one time, but I've never driven a car in my life that has this much butter physics, or like soap physics, than GTA 4, okay? I don't know what the hell Rockstar was smoking or whatever they were doing. They were sniffing some kind of fun juice, because fun powder, because it's weird. Like, GTA 5 is widely considered one of the best video games of all time, in general, but also in terms of its driving controls, right? I mean, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, they're fine. They're not bad. But GTA 4, every time I play it, I'm like, Jesus, what the heck were they thinking? Because it literally controls like you're on butter rolls, or like butter sticks, you know what I mean? It's really, or like syrup, some kind of slippery thing. It's really freaking weird. I don't know why they did that. And some people say, oh, it's more realistic because you have to, turn, you have to stop and brake a little before you take a turn or whatever. Look, that's cool, and I admire what they're doing. But in practice, I play Grand Theft Auto when I'm, generally speaking, people play Grand Theft Auto to drive around and kill people. Okay, like that's what you do. That's the fun of it, right? You explore, you kill cops, you're a gang, you're a criminal. That's the point. But at the same time, driving is like 99% of the experience in a game called Grand Theft Auto, stealing cars. And it's just really weird that when you're driving, it just slips. It's like you're on a little slip and slide on all four of your tires, It's not the end of the world, and it's honestly not that bad of a negative, but I do want to bring it up since I am doing a review. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. It is fun. You know what I mean? Motorbikes, on the other hand, they're fun for about 20 seconds, and then Nico goes flying off, and he hears a, Nico Belly, you big teeth, that kind of, it's just weird. But we got to go into the physics, because speaking of Nico flying out of his car windshield, the physics in this game I have no complaints over. It is like effing golden, man. Like that swing set glitch, it's freaking sick. Nico goes shooting through not the guy from Corridor Crew, but Nico goes like shooting through the windshield. He goes flying. When you shoot people, like you shoot them in their foot, they kind of limp a bit. Or, I think Alan was filming some of this gameplay, and there's a moment, I don't know if you've seen it or you will see it, but there's a moment where Alan shoots a guy in the face, and and normally games, you just kind of fall down and flop like a dead fish. But in this game, the guy, because of the inertia, in the speed, he shot him, and he kind of did a little, I don't even know how to explain it, But he like did a little step back and then just like hit the floor, like face planted the floor. It's really weird stuff. And the Rage, or not the Euphoria engine, excuse me, the Euphoria engine that they used for the physics, man, I believe it was used in Red Dead 1 and maybe 2. I don't know if 2, but I think it was used in Red Dead 1. And it's a really damn good engine because it like, car crashes and shit. Like it's really intense and insane, and it's pretty crazy. But I really do enjoy, that aspect of the game. Again, that swing set glitch is really fun. But yeah, again, the customization. I guess I'll touch on that for a minute. It's good. It's nowhere near as fleshed out as 5. I mean, really nothing besides a few things from San Andreas are as fleshed out in 5. But I do think that having a few options for Nico to drive around in Liberty City and go in different stores and buy pants and jeans and shoes and whatever, it's cool. It's not the best thing in the world, and there's a million games that do it better. But for what they were trying to do, I think it works. I mean, it's not as flashy as 5, or it's not as weird as San Andreas, but it gets the job done. It's not amazing, but it works. I mean, just like driving. It's not the best driving I've ever... Hell, Lego City Undercover has better driving than Grand Theft Auto 4, but at the same time, it does get the job done, and it is fun. It's not like it's unplayable, you know what I mean? It's still able to be played and enjoyed. Same with the story. I mean, it is a very... Compared to other GTA games where, Vice City is very flashy, and San Andreas is like, weird, like, guys on their bikes shooting other gangs, and then 5 is more satirical in nature. This one does feel more depressing and kind of, sour in terms of tone. And that's the point. That's what they were aiming for. That's why Liberty City isn't this crazy-looking, colorful thing, but it just looks weird sometimes. So a lot of stuff in GTA 4 works, right? The driving, it works. The story, it works. The gameplay, it works. I like the gunplay. This was a massive step up compared to San Andreas. I know they kind of, definitive edition, whatnot, but, in GTA 4, you could take cover for the first time in a Grand Theft Auto game. Tapping the RB button, the right bumper, Nico goes into cover and, gets behind shit, and that's obviously helpful when you're in gunfights and all that. It's really, because I can't tell you how many times in GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, I'm just standing out in the middle of open like a stupid deer, just getting mulled over because the idiot CJ or Tommy or whatever, Claude, can't get behind a box or something because, if God forbid you can't, do a duck walk and, move, you have to stay still or whatever. Just weird stuff like that, you know what I mean? Nico can swim, which is nice. So, if you want to jump out of a helicopter, I don't think there's any, parachutes, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, if you want to get in a helicopter and do all that fun stuff. But, like I said, it works. A lot of it works. It's not the most fun GTA. Honestly, I like playing San Andreas a heck of a lot more. I think it's more fun. But 4, I did appreciate what they were doing. But in practice, when you're just free roaming, it is fun. It's fun to run around. It's fun to, get in a car in a little bit and shoot some cops and whatever. And then you get bored after a while. But, it's fun. It's a good time for the most part. Some of it doesn't work, but when it does work, it's a pretty entertaining game. But that being said, there are, like I said, there's some funny moments, man. Again, there's some funny jokes in there, but really the kind of comedy that you're getting with this game really is from just, you kind of mucking around in the open world and doing whatever. Speaking of cheats also, I probably use cheats in this. You can obviously use cheats. I do that all the time, because, in Forum, you get busted by cops, you lose all of your guns and all that, so you have to use cheats. Well, you don't have to, but I do. Whenever I'm playing with, like, Alan or another friend, we're just like, oh, I died, we're not, just use a cheat. Like, bring up the phone and hit cheat, it's easy. You can change the time of day, you can give yourself health and weapons and armor, you can spawn cars and helicopters. The cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto, all of them are really good, and this game is also really, really good as well. If you don't want to drive that crappy-looking van, just use your cheat and get a Lamborghini or something, It's pretty cool. So it is a fun game. I'm not going to pretend like it's a horrible game, but I don't think it is the best GTA. Obviously, I mean, you're probably going to, oh, really? 5 is? Duh. But we'll get to it. But I do think that San Andreas is a more complete package. I don't know, man. It just, the drab and dreary kind of graphic style just doesn't make it more fun. Like, I know why they did it, because of Nico in the story, but at the same time, but I do advise you, like I said, to crank up that brightness a little bit and crank up that contrast. It's going to make things a hell of a lot better looking, especially at nighttime. But it is really crazy, like I said, that games like Assassin's Creed 1, which came out a year before GTA 4, can look... obviously, I know that there's probably more asset loading and all that in GTA 4 compared to Assassin's Creed, but still, it is just kind of mind-boggling. But it's a fun game. I will say the story, the graphics, the gameplay, the gunplay is leagues better than the definitive edition in terms of at least shooting. I do think that San Andreas is better than 4 in terms of driving controls, but obviously they try to do something different with every Grand Theft Auto, and that is obviously commendable, but, it's still not the best in the world. But I had a good time with it. I haven't played it in a while, so being able to kind of, play it for this video is, review is actually pretty cool, because I haven't played it in a while, so that's cool. I'll give GTA 4 a go, and GTA 5 review will be coming soon. But tell me down below in the comments what you think about Grand Theft Auto 4. Again, it's a pretty fun story, pretty dark and depressing at times, a little more, sad and kind of not boring, but dreary and slower paced than, say, Vice City and San Andreas. And, of course, the driving is a bit wonky sometimes, especially when you get on a motorbike. Oh, boy. But it is genuinely fun to roam around for a little bit. It gets boring after a while, but I have fun with it from time to time. And, Nico's a pretty good protagonist. I can't stand his voice. Hey, cousin, what happened to the big, what happened to, the five-star hotel in Barbara? It's just like, I don't want to hear that for 60-plus hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. I don't know. It sounds like Gru. Roman, we are into girls. Let's get the margarita. It's just like, all right, just okay. Because you hear the guy that voices Nico, and he's like, yeah, I play Nico. Can you do it? Hello there, brother, cousin, Roman. Let's go bowling. It's like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Just enough, Nico. Stop talking, Nico. Go crash out a window or something. But it is fun when you're playing it, all things considered. Being serious, it's just, a little rough edges here or there. But overall, I had a good time with GTA 4 revisiting it. Not perfect, but still pretty fun. Tell me in the comments down below what you think about Grand Theft Auto 4, and look forward to my GTA 5 review coming out soon. And then I'm going to have a big reaction video where, spoiler alert, I'm going to be reacting to all of the GTA trailers, all the way from the top-down series all the way to Grand Theft Auto 6. So that will be coming out after the GTA 5 video. But look forward to that. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.